name is Quintero, and I went undefeated, went 4-0.
How did you do that?
Well, first we had to work hard in practice and just practice hard and just give it all at practice.
Describe your matches that you won.
Well, they're hard because I just got out of football, and then I was barely able to practice for like 2 days with my concussion, so it took me a little time. I only had 2 days of practice, but I worked hard when I was practicing, so I mean, it paid off when I was wrestling.
Did you feel rusty as a wrestler, having gone through football since, I guess, July?
Yes, sir. I was very winded. I was short of breath. I could barely breathe, but I kept giving it my all.
All right, my name is Cruz Alvarado, and I went undefeated in Harlem. It was awesome there. I mean, all my opponents were easy. Some of them were strong, but I still took them, and yeah, it was awesome.
What was your toughest match?
My toughest match was the dude was pretty strong, and I'm not really that strong, but I still wrestled him. I beat him.
Did you have good conditioning coming off cross country?
Yes, sir, I did. I mean, it paid off real good, and I liked it.
What are your goals for the season?
To win state and go undefeated this year.
What's the team look like talent-wise in dual?
Good. Yeah.
My name is Ricardo Santana.
And tell us what you did at Harlem.
Well, the first one, whenever I started off, it was my first match of the season, and then we only had a week to practice, so I was kind of out, but I went 4-0.
How did you do that? Did you pin the guys?
Well, the first one I pinned, well, the first two I pinned in the first minute or first round, but the last two I beat them by points, but my fourth one I beat them by 15, so it was a tech.
Did you surprise yourself? I mean, you were a middle school wrestler last year.
Yeah, I pretty much surprised myself. Last year I went from 100 to 120 this year, and I thought that all the people was going to be better than me because they're bigger and they're used to being in that weight class or something. But when I was doing it, a lot of them was taller and bigger than me, but all I had to do is use my mind and my technique.
Is there a real big difference between middle school and high school wrestling?
Well, in middle school, all they really do is just teach you the basics, like the Patucci and the cradle and all that. But over here in the high school, they teach you a lot more, like, they teach you like the high C and the C-step and all the other more important to get them to the ground.
My name is Irvin Mency, and I went 4-0. I had 2 forfeits and 2 pins. My first one, I was mad at first because I had to get the 2 forfeits, but when I got to wrestle, I got out there and did what my coach taught me how to do during practice.
Well, you've been playing football July, August, September, October, into November. What's it like to jump into wrestling so quickly and have matches?
Well, it's hard coming out of football and then going into the wrestling because football is you run a play, stop, run a play, stop. Wrestling is the ongoing thing, so I had to hurry and get in shape. I ain't in shape yet. Well, I am kind of now a little bit, but I wasn't in shape then. But I still went out there and hurried did what I had to do.
Did you want to stay away from 3-period matches?
Yes, sir, and that's what I did. I went out there and pinned both of my dudes in the first period.
All right, you had a good first season in wrestling. What do you hope to do this season?
Well, this season I'm hoping to go to state. My team go to state, and I go to state also. Pushing it with Quintero in the wrestling room, so we both can be state champions.